We're getting towards the end of the first week of anime of the spring season right now. I'm nowhere near the end of it as well. Although more and more anime end up getting cancelled on me at the moment, mostly due to coronavirus. But it gives me less work to do, and we're still there later on in the year. Fingers crossed anyway. But what about today's anime? Are they any good? But I've watched them a while back actually. He lies. I've been too busy playing Animal Crossing and that other game. But I need to watch them, I need to record the reviews, and I need to let you know what I think of them as well. Because, as ever, this is a 2020 spring anime preview, from a different perspective. Chronicle Project Zero Chronicle is such a nondescript anime that, for the life of me, I'll sat here for the last 5 minutes trying to remember what my main character's name is, and you know what? I really can't remember his name. All I know is there's this generic guy with spiky black hair with a red streak in it. I see number 1 Gal of Shibuya or something. He's definitely no Ranko Tabuki, that's for certain. And he got a princess, a white cat as they so subtly call her. Sitting amongst a throne, the Princess of Light, Iris. See, I do remember what her name is because she's got an awesome voice actress. And she's pretty cute. But main character, supposedly the Prince of Darkness, no idea who he is. It looks like no one online cares who he is either, because every time I try and find out what his name is, I can't find it. But the whole thing is set up in such a way we got 2 kingdoms, the Kingdom of Light versus the Kingdom of Darkness. Light is all holier than thou, everything's perfect. Magic roaming free. Whereas the darkness is grim, doom, despair, nothing going your way, people are dying all over the place. And of course our main character is on the side of darkness, which means darkness are potentially the good guys. But I don't want to see the light as bad guys, because the main female character is very, very much like a good guy as well. This is going to be like one of those Romeo and Juliet type affairs where they're clearly going to see each other, fall in love, and have to give up everything to try and win over the world. And I've had too many of those stories recently which are just stuck badly. This one, it's got a few promising things about it. Like I say, the characters' designs are pretty interesting. But the premise looks right out of the playbook of any RPG from Japan from the last decade. Get some new stuff, please, guys. I probably won't be carrying any more of this one because it's generic as anything and doesn't show any signs of it being anything other than what it looks like it's going to be. However, if you are interested in watching Chronicle Project Zero Chronicle, this one is airing over at Funimation. You know, I was all ready to hate Princess Kinect. I see that logo popping up at the start of it, Cygames, which, to me, is a sign to be wary. I see the fact it's based on a fantasy mobile game, and I think this is going to be woeful. And then I see some of the goofiest looking walls you've ever seen in your life, and I mean, what? This is interesting. Our main character wakes up with no memories whatsoever. But when I say no memories whatsoever, as in he doesn't remember what anything is. He doesn't know wolves are bad. He doesn't know that food is eating. He doesn't know the coins are suspending. Tries eating the coins. Surprised he doesn't try eating the elf girl, which is trying to help him. But no, Kokoro does help him, does teach him what's going on, in the most goofy way possible. The whole setup, the whole fantasy world, and the whole flow of the episode reminds me a lot of Konosuba, which shouldn't be too surprising since I'm informed that the director of Konosuba also directed this. Don't know if it's keeping true to a game, but if it sticks like this, it'll be more interesting to watch. And there's not really much plot to go by here, we're just introduced to 3 main characters. The clueless, insomniac main character, the cute, little sisterly elf girl who tries to help him, Kokoro, and the completely airheaded princess who loses a sword because she trusts some bad guys and doesn't realise they've stolen a sword. But she just thinks they just want medicine still. And the whole subplot of the second half of the episode where we're trying to collect mushrooms and mushrooms are trying to collect them just made me laugh a bit as well. There's a whole lot of silliness going on here. It's easy to forget this is just based on a mobile game. This is going to be very much here's your favourite girl, the anime. But as long as it keeps on going the way that it's going right now, I'm not going to mind that too much, because this was surreal enough, this was bizarre enough for me not to care. The airheaded princess is cute, airheaded, and fun. Kokoro is sweet, kind of helpful, not too pushy, but kind of leading the plot forward. And our main character is nondescript enough not to care about. Sadly, there's no Kazuma Sato, but I don't think anyone could be as much Kazuma Sato as Kazuma Sato is. And he is Kazuma Sato after all. But is Princess Kinect really worth a try? Well, it's worth a try, definitely. If you are interested in watching Princess Kinect, this one's airing over at Crunchyroll. And now for a green review. Because, let's be honest, we all know Fruits Basket's going to get a green tick right here. If you watch Fruits Basket Season 1, you're going to watch Fruits Basket Season 2. If you weren't interested in Fruits Basket Season 1, you can know what, you can skip this one. For me, however, this is one of the more anticipated series of the year, if not the last few years, because Season 1 of Fruits Basket was interesting. It was a remake of original Fruits Basket anime. Season 2 is never before animated stuff, except for bits here and there which were adapted into the first series as well. Because the original Fruits Basket anime never actually got completed, it got just stopped, and people have been demanding a new one for years. That's why there's such big fanfare over a new anime. But with second season, we're now getting into the new stuff we never saw before. Now episode 1 of season 2 starts us off in a nice comfortable way, reintroducing us to characters, reintroducing us to Toru, to Yuki, to Kyo. More so than anything else, it actually talked more about some of the minor characters. It was very much an episode not so much about Toru, but about Motoko, the president of a Yuki fan club, and also about Makoto, the president of the student council, before Yuki takes over, of course. And what Motoko's going to do now that she's graduating, and why she feels the way she does about Yuki. And it's easy to forget with her being all upfront and very aggressive against Toru, just how adorable she is as a character. Because as much as all the other members of the fan club are a bit obsessive and do try and get close to him as much as they can, Motoko's not like that. I mean, she doesn't want to get near him, she admires him from afar and she's too scared to go up and speak to him. And so when she finally does speak to him and she's forced to interact with him, it's adorable. It's watching her fumble away through it. I do hope Motoko finds love in future life because she deserves it. She's a fun character. She means well, even though she comes across as being a bit forceful at times. Of course, the real interest in season 2 is getting to know other characters which are going to be introduced later. But there's one character in particular I've been anticipating in anime for years, who was introduced at the very end of the last season. And she's going to be like a whirlwind going through the entire anime. If you are interested in watching Fruits Basket, this one's airing over both Crunchyroll and Funimation. So then guys, do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, good news, because there's a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh airing this season. It's not even called Yu-Gi-Oh, it's called Shadowverse, which is nothing like the Shadow Realm at all. Yeah, because Shadowverse is basically Yu-Gi-Oh with smartphones. In fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if Yu-Gi-Oh had already gone there in anime, because there have been so many Yu-Gi-Oh spin-offs in recent years. But Shadowverse is trying to imagine itself as not Yu-Gi-Oh! It looks more like one of those more modern card games with the attack and defense stats and look like every other one, to be honest. But it's got holographic battling simulators, the kid who's never really played before getting introduced to it, being able to play for the first time, one character losing their card and the main character having to go and fight to get him back. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Plot 101, just done from a non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Standpoint. I mean, the main character hero even looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Main character. I mean, he doesn't really look like Yugi, but he's got the ability to get a brand new super powerful deck right off the bat. And he's got himself a rival character to go with as well, a young girl who's blatantly going to be his girlfriend, who's going to want his help. She doesn't want to lost a card, to be honest. That's obviously why they're going to meet and get good friends. And yeah, it's as generic as it comes. I mean, I forgive it if it was actually interesting and entertaining, but it plays out pretty much like the start of any other card battling game anime there's been in the last 20-30 years. It's not original, the card game itself doesn't look that interesting, it doesn't explain how it's played, so it's a terrible idea for telling you how the game works, to try to tell you the game. I suppose it's probably based on a mobile game, since this is another one by Cygames. Yep, with Princess Kinect, Cygames was a bit of a red herring, it's an okay anime. With this one's what I'm worried about when I see Cygames, because this one's truly woeful. I'm not going to finish the review, just stop it, don't. It's not crap, it's not below red, But it's not above red either. It's red. Yeah, just don't watch it. Even if it is airing over at Crunchyroll. And that's another 4 anime reviews in my bag. What did you think of today's episodes? Let me know in the comments, and I'll look at them. Probably not respond unless you ask me an interesting question, in which case I probably will. And head over to Twitch and follow me there as well, because that definitely helps me more so than you might think. Join me next time for more reviews. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye bye.